When we have an internal nudge to make a shift, to let something go, to stop something, to move forward, to quit something, and we don't listen to that internal nudge, there will be an unseen force that will force you to make the shift and the change. But majority of the time, in order for those changes to take places, things have to crumble down, and sometimes they do not look good, and sometimes change happens in ways that we don't desire it to happen, because a lot of us think changes are meant to be positive. But what if I told you positive change comes after the chaos, comes after the storm? And this unseen force that forces us to change and does all these shifts that we want in our lives, but does it in ways that we don't desire it, we see it as adversity. But today's video, I want to share with you how to stop seeing adversity as a stalemate, as a holding back, as in bad luck, as in this doesn't serve me, but really looking at adversity as an opportunity. Good, beautiful beings. Welcome back, Awaken Ones, on another episode on Embracing Ascension series with your homegirl, Brittany Fontanez. If you're new to this channel, so glad to have you here. If you've been on this journey with me so far, you'll know the deal. Only love, gang, gang. But please understand, you guys, if you're new to this channel, I am an energetic activator here to assist you on your journey to awaken to things you have yet to see, to become the best version that you are meant to be. And other than that, beautiful beings, if you want to know anything about my services, my healing course, and my merch, I officially put up my Etsy shop for my dream catchers and my jewelry, so you guys can go check that out right now. Other than that, you guys, if you enjoy content that does assist you on your emotional awareness and your spiritual journey, but also just healing on all levels of life, then please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. I would greatly appreciate your support, because it will help the algorithm of getting videos like this out to the world. But I feel today would be the most important thing a lot of us can learn when it comes to every area of our life, because we live in I don't want to say we live in a world. It's mostly about, we have a body, we have a soul. A soul is experienced the human experience. So in this awareness and understanding of this, we live in a very dense, chaotic world where we know we're spiritual beings, we know we are meant to manifest, but at the same time, to bring things in the non-physical into the physical, it takes momentum, it takes learning lessons. But a lot of us, we want change, but we're not willing to make those changes, and that is how we neglect our soul. And the soul is the intuition, the emotional part that helps manifestation, that helps inspire us to have faith, to believe. And when we don't allow our spirit to be heard, there will be an unseen force that will force us to make these shifts and these changes, no matter how uncomfortable they are. But remember, when you ask for change and you're not willing to do it, things are gonna have to take a toll in your life. Meaning that things are gonna have to pummel down, losing a job, someone leaving you in a relationship, friends' lies being exposed, money not circulating, money going out more rather than in, having to pay for unexpected expensive stuff like this, or things being stolen from you, all this stuff. And we could see it as bad karma, we could see it as bad luck. But what if I told you that everything that wasn't good for you, and you prayed for a change, and the things that weren't aligned with that change had to go, so there could be space for what you're asking for? And I'm saying all this to you guys because I want you to understand, when we ask for change, when we want more, when we know we deserve better, but it's hard to get out of our old ways, it's hard to get out our own way at that, we start seeing everything as adversity. And adversity is just perceiving things as bad or not good. But without life, without the ebbs of life, we wouldn't understand the flow of life to create momentum, to learn these blessings. And I'm here to share with you guys, there's blessings and lessons. I want to share that deeply. There's blessings and lessons. There's blessings and lessons. It's a little tongue twister there, but I say this because not only through my astrology, they say Capricorn, Saturn is the ruler of karma, so things take time, but it's really more about, in a human spiritual perspective, you and I, it's really about understanding that, when I started to realize the potential of seeing alchemy, meaning that transmuting energy, transmuting negative emotions to positive emotions, transmuting the shadow into light, transmuting, feeling broken and unworthy into healingness and wholeness. When I started to realize this in my life, I started to realize how beautiful life is, the ebb of it, the adversity of it, the parts that make me hit rock bottom, the parts that make me lose myself, that when people leave my life, when people reject me, when people hurt me, or when things don't go my way, when finances are flying out the window quicker than I can make it. When I start realizing all these things, I started to really learn to see the blessings behind it all. Because like they say, rejection is God's protection or redirection. I highly believe that. But I started to learn how to get excited when things aren't going my way, when things are leaving my life, because I know I'm making room for the change that I really want for myself. And not a lot of people see life that way. That's why I want to share this video with you. How to turn adversity into opportunity. My goal for anyone who watches this video is that I want you to understand, I want you to be happy, not because life is good. I want you to be happy because you see the good in everything of life. And when you can live that way, your outer circumstance, your physical circumstance will never disable your spirituality. It will never disable your spirit, because this is a temporary existence, but that you are not only the creator of your reality, but you're the observer of it. So you don't have to identify with the circumstance. You can identify what you want to believe in within your own mind and your heart space, regardless of how your physical circumstances look. Because your physical circumstances are created by the thoughts and emotions and the actions that you particularly currently take. In order to make the changes, you have to think differently, feel differently, and act differently. So reality is just a reflection of your internal reality. Reality is actually a reflection of your personality. Let's put it that way. And so I share that adversity. There's blessings and lessons, because adversity is teaching you how to find your sovereignty, how to find your power in overcoming these limitations that are really just tests to see, are we willing to overcome this? Are we willing to let this go? Are we willing to outgrow this? Are we willing to say that even though I don't like the circumstance, I accept what happens in a relationship ending, or a job loss, or finances being lost, or a home being lost, or things that we deem bad, things that we deem as bad luck. If we could really look at it as a way of, what's next? I'm excited. Let's see. When we can see life that way, rather than worrying and doubting and fearing and reminiscing on the past, we can really learn the lesson from that test. And Earth is not like school. In school, they teach you the lesson before the test. Earth is, you get the test before the lesson. That's why I say there's blessings and lessons. There's blessings in learning how to feel so you can heal. Because your emotions are indicators of what's disaligned with inside of you. But when you can learn the lessons from the emotions, and you can learn where those emotions came from the very experiences, and gain the wisdom of that, you are able to learn the lesson to be able to overcome that. So when it comes towards you again, you're already past that test, because you already know the answers. You already know what is good for you in order to receive what it is you want, and what it is you need, and what it is that's good for you, not just for your instant gratification. So what else did I want to share here as well? Yeah, I already said that. I always have to keep my notes. Oh, that's another thing I want to share with you guys too. When you start seeing adversity as opportunity, what's very beautiful about this is that you will learn that everything is a rotation. So if you're asking for more money, if you're asking for a new home, if you're asking for a better relationship, and you're still acting like that person that feels lackful, that feels unlovable, that feels like, they don't deserve to do what they love because they have to do what pays the bills. When you keep acting towards this way, we have to understand everything's a rotation. So what you give out is what you get back. And please understand, you guys, when it comes to money, it's not just about giving money in order to receive money. It's about literally, if you're going to Walmart, I need some groceries, and you're always worried about, I don't have enough, or, I got to stick into my savings. Instead, you go to the register and you'll be like, I'm thankful I have this money. I'm thankful I can get this food. I'm thankful that I have a bank where I could transfer the money to. I'm thankful for this store. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be able to have this money. That literally, you guys, adversity is not just physical. It's emotional, spiritual, and mental. And that's where the discord comes from. So when we could see adversity as in limitations, the way we think, the way we feel, the way we act, when we could start seeing the little adversities in our life as an opportunity to make a shift and to grow and to make a better decision, it does require a lot of self-awareness. But if you realize, when you start seeing adversity as a way to teach you rather than harm you or traumatize you, you will learn to understand that everything's a rotation, and you will start to be able to receive in such a more miraculous way. Not in the way that you wanted to, but you're open enough to receive in a way that's beyond your own expectations. And that's the beauty of this, is that when you're able... I've been through a lot of shit in my life, you guys. I've been through multiple breakups, being rejected, being hurt, being the one that hurts, sabotaging shit, not going after what I know my potential is. All these things. I've been through so much, but now it's gotten to the point where I'm not saying I'm numb. I'm even more empathetic, more vulnerable, more sensitive, energetically and emotionally. But the fact that everything that comes my way, it puts me in a state of nonchalantness. Not saying that I don't care, but it's more like I'm in a pure state of acceptance. When anything happens into my life now, yeah, those doubts still come up, those fears come up, but when they do, they don't bother me like they used to. If anything, it leads me to get excited to be like, ooh, what else do I need to work on? Ooh, what else do I need to let go? Ooh, what is it that I believe in that doesn't serve me, so I can start believing in something that does serve me? Adversity gets me excited, and that's what I want for you guys. When you can see adversity as an opportunity to see that things are pummeling in your life because they're making space for the things that you are asking for, you start to realize that there's blessings in these lessons. There's blessings in these adversities. There's blessings in these hiccups. There's blessings in absolutely everything. And that's when you give yourself the opportunity to get out of your own way and actually truly surrender to an unseen force that got your back. And when you do that, you're not always in control. You're not always forcing. You're not always in the future. You're not always in the past. You're so fucking present because you know damn well, the more you learn, the more you earn. I love how Warren Buffett says it. The more you learn, the more you earn. When you can learn from adversity and see the blessings and the lessons, you gain the wisdom to know what is best for you next time and gain the art of discernment that a lot of people lack. Because discernment is the ability to know what is best for you, what is not best for you, but choosing what is needed for you, regardless if you're not going to get the outcome that you want. In the long term, you know you will for making these decisions. But for the short term, if you do it just for instant gratification, out of the ego, out of greed, out of desperation, you're always going to stay in a repeating pattern that doesn't serve you. And that's how we play the victim. I don't want you guys to play the victim. I want you to be the victor. But the victor takes accountability for where they are in life and takes accountability for understanding how they are the ruler of their life to make these shifts and to make these changes. And when you're able to be accountable and become self-aware, you allow yourself to really see like, damn, instead of being a victim, I'd rather be the victor, because I know a victim wants more, but they're not willing to put in more. But if I see myself as the victor, I'm willing to see my own fuck-ups. I'm willing to see my own bullshit. I'm willing to see what I do to hold myself back and get in my own way, surrender that control, and actually allow a sense of surrenderance, allow a sense of trust, allow a sense of differentiate from what I used to think. So you guys, adversity is not bad. Adversity is just a hidden blessing with a lesson that's going to help you be able to learn so you could earn. You could earn more spiritual strength. You could earn more mental strength. You could earn more emotional strength. You could earn more internal intelligence of self. Because the whole goal on this planet is to master thyself. And when you get to a point where nothing outside of you rocks you emotionally or spiritually, then that's when the biggest shifts and breakthroughs of your life will take place, to the point you will be proud of all these lessons. You'll be proud of the patience. You'll be proud of the growth. You'll be proud of being who you are as you are. Regardless of what people say, regardless of how life is, regardless if you're not in societal ways, you guys. You deserve to understand that your way of existing and your way of living deserves to be here, and deserves to be heard, and it deserves to go be carved out. But at the end of the day, when you can learn to see everything as a blessing and see it as a lesson, you'll start to master this reality and start to master your personality, to the point you can be, have, do anything that you fucking want. Because you realize your spirit is more powerful than the circumstances outside of you. So adversity is an opportunity to become a better version of who you were. And if you see adversity as traumatizing, then you'll repeatedly stay the person that you're not proud to be. And that's not the goal here. We exist to love who the fuck we are and be proud of that, be proud of expressing that. But if we're not there, then we got to start seeing, what am I believing in? What am I holding on to that's keeping me at a state of feeling as if I can't have more, or I'm not worthy of more. Adversity is only here to teach you the power that you have yet to attain and the potential that has yet to be tapped into. I'm going to leave it there, boo-boos. But on that, beautiful beings, I really hope this served you in any way, shape, or form. And if it did, please share this content with others who may hear it, who may need it, because we do need this in this life. And please like and subscribe to this channel. I would really greatly appreciate it. As well, you guys, go check out my Etsy shop. Go check out my new podcast, Mystifying Reality. And until then, you guys, follow me on all social media and connect with me if you need any services from me. But until then, you guys, I love you, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh my God.